Good morning, welcome back to another video. My name is Destiny and today we're doing a what sold this weekend. It is Memorial Day weekend. Today is Tuesday morning, so I shipped Saturday morning so people didn't have to wait. It was honestly kind of a slow weekend. You'll see I have a good amount of sales just compared to the last couple weekends. Was not amazing, but I do contribute that to, retail stores are having a lot of sales on Memorial Day. So really happy to just have sales going on. So let's just dive in. No Mercari sales, shockingly, and no curtsy sales. I did start listing to Facebook Marketplace just to dabble. I used to sell on there a lot. I'm going to give it like a month or so of just listing stuff. And if I don't sell anything, then I'll just quit that. But anyway, let's talk about my two Depop sales. I did package up. This is a shipping hit mailer. So is this. There'll be a code in the description if you are interested in saving some money on mailers. But anyway, this is a pair of Adidas cropped navy pants. And I've had these so long. When Flip used to do consignment, if you've been reselling a while, you know about that. I did a consignment lot. I bought everything out from her, or she told me to keep it. I can't remember. These, I just listed to Depop or relisted them, I think. And they sold for $12.75 plus shipping. So really happy to see those go. And they are going to Salt Lake City, Utah. Then this was an awesome sale. If you saw my video I just posted about the Helpsy ModCloth shoes, this was in there. This is a pair of ModCloth / Chase and Chloe Spin Me Right Round pinup shoes. And immediately after listing them for $45, that's what they retailed for, but they're no longer available. Someone on Depop offered me $33.80 plus shipping, so happily accepted that. And these are going to Chicago. So I'm really happy with that. After shipping, I make $32 and I paid $60 for all 7 pair. So on my way to being in the green. That's everything for Depop. Mercari, non-existent. So let's get to my Poshmark, I think. Poshmark was decent. I think eBay was actually a little better this weekend, but it was about the same. But we'll start with Poshmark since I'm here already. So first up, we have this Madewell lantern bucket hat. I had 4 of these. This is the 3rd to sell, so I have 1 left. These are really cute. They're just not worth a ton. So this one sold for $12 with discounted shipping. Wish I had a different, it won't hurt this to ship in a mailer. It's just kind of long. I guess I could fold it a little bit. It's very floppy, so it doesn't need to stay. I hope you all had a great weekend, and I'd like to thank all of our service members, especially the ones who gave up their lives for our freedom here in this country. And we had a good weekend here in Tennessee. It was very rainy. We did go get ice cream at our favorite spot. We have a local ice cream stand that opens for probably 9 months of the year. Maybe like 8 months of the year. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. So we go almost every weekend and get ice cream. They serve Bluebell, which is so good. It's all hand dipped, but they have other things. But you guys don't really care about that. So that was kind of our thing for the weekend. And I did go thrifting yesterday on Monday, and I went a little bit on Saturday. But this is going to Sammamish, Washington. That is a tongue twister. I had $4.28 into this, if I didn't say. It came from a Madewell J. Crew thing from Boutique by the Box, accessories and stuff. And next, this is kind of disappointing. This is a Lululemon jacket pullover thing. I got this in a Facebook group I used to be in a lot. I don't remember how much I had into it, probably around $5 to $8. But I've been dropping the prices. That's been my strategy the past few weekends. It seems to be working. On Friday, I drop the price, and on Saturday or Sunday, I send out 30% off offers. But I dropped this all the way down to 18, and someone offered me 13, and I was getting ready to send out 30% off offers, which would have been 12. So just went ahead and accepted that, and it had been listed for like a year, I think. So hopefully someone enjoys this. Just because it's Lululemon, I guess, doesn't mean it's worth a ton. This is going to Winchester, Kentucky. Being a little quick today, I'm kind of on a time crunch like normal. All right, next, let's see here. This is the brand called Made for Life. I'm not really sure where this is sold. It was like it's an athletic skirt that it belonged to my sister, and she didn't want it anymore, gave it to me. I know these are kind of popular, so I just listed it. I think this might be sold at Maurice's because I know she likes to shop there, but if y'all know, you can tell me. And someone accepted the Poshmark VA offer of $15 with discounted shipping. So I won't say that every time about Poshmark VA, but if you haven't watched my videos before, every like on Poshmark gets a 20% off offer with $5.95 shipping 10 minutes after they like an item. So someone accepted that. And that's going to Indianola, Nebraska. If you hear chatter, I don't know if you can, but my 3, almost 4-year-old is upstairs watching something while I film this, and the baby is asleep. My older 2 went with their grandma and their aunt to see the new Stitch movie, so they're pretty excited about that. All right, this is another thing from that J. Crew Madewell accessories lot. I've done really well with these accessories. I did this, I think, last year, so I'm still kind of selling off stragglers. I had like 100 pieces of this stuff. And I had 4 or 5 of this hat. It is the J. Crew Mini Boonie hat in a men's size small. And someone just, I think they bought it outright, or maybe they accepted the 30% off offer. I don't know. Somehow it sold for $15, but there was no discounted shipping, so they may have just bought it at the discounted price. And it is going to Phoenix, Arizona. I also have this hat in blue. I think the green is done a little better than the blue. Do any of you all, you can let me know if it's worth trying out like other platforms just to dabble in. I enjoy experimenting. Like, I've heard kind of mixed reviews on Vestair that used to be Tradesy, and then there's like Grailed. I don't know. I haven't tried any of those other ones. Vinted, maybe? Anyway. All right, next. These sold really fast. This is a pair of Newest Tag Carhartt pants. They were a size 32, 34, but when I measured, and like I said, they're new, the inseam only measured 32. So I did put that in the description and the title. I grabbed these just a couple weeks ago. We went out yard selling, and we were going to a church sale. Maybe I already told this story, but we were going to a church sale, and it turned out it was only open on Saturday, and we were out on Friday, but they didn't have that on the listing online. They didn't have the date. But anyway, we came across a different church on the way there, and they just had all their clothes. You could fill a bag for $10. And these were just laying out there, and I'm not going to leave new Tag Carhartt behind. I got, maybe I talked about it last time. I shipped that glitter cape, if you saw that video, and that also came from this same yard sale. So someone offered me $25 for these. They only retailed for $45, so really happy with that. I had them listed at I think $32, because when you do the 20% off, it's $25. But I had dropped the price for Closet Clear out to $28, and then someone offered me $25. So, and these are going to Pentago, I think it is, North Carolina. I did also take the advice given to me. I forgot about this. I put the label in the wrong spot. But I went ahead and ordered some of these priority mail stickers. Hopefully I didn't knock you all down. There we go. And I'm going to use them on some of these packages. I don't think I'll have any boxes today. But usually I try to put the label over where the fold is. But I'll just use that this time because these seem like they could fall out. All right, this was probably my most exciting sale, and not because of the price. It is this grunt style D-Day t-shirt. it's exciting to me. This sold for $6, which I sent off some random 40% off offers on really old stuff last night, and someone accepted it. And I'm excited because, one, I've had this, it's on the plain background, so at least 2 to 3 years, maybe more, I don't know. And I got a Vero for this on eBay for no reason. I didn't have stock photo or anything, but sometimes grunt style can get Veroed for whatever reason because they think it's a fake or something. So I just didn't relist it. I had it listed for probably 2 years on eBay, or a year. And then I went through at some point and relisted all my inventory that was over 60 or 90 days or 60 days on all my platforms. And when I did that, immediately got a Vero on this after it being listed on there like a year. But anyhow, it finally sold for $6. It was going to get donated pretty soon or pulled down, but I'm glad it's going to a new home. I don't know why I bought that at Goodwill in the first place. My husband used to like to wear grunt style a lot, and I would sell some of his random t-shirts that he didn't like anymore. They did okay, but that one was a men's small and just something that was desirable. All right, next we have these Anne Klein sandals. They are really fun. They're kind of Birkenstock style, and someone offered me $24 for them. They came in a boutique by the box, 20 pairs of listable shoes or something like that. New with the box shoes. I can't remember what the listing's called. It's still on their website right now. It does not, I don't have a code with Boutique by the Box, but it does not work with codes. It's on sale for $200 last I saw. So you can get them for $10 each, which is around what I paid. I don't think it's a bad price. These were not a better pair. These were just filler, I think. But I'm doubling my money just about. And these are going to Loxley, Alabama. And they did not take very long at all to sell. I think they've been listed like a few weeks. Maybe a month. I don't know, but not a super long time. I'm just going to put them in this big mailer. If I was shipping stuff that the box seemed important, I definitely wouldn't do this, but Amazon ships shoes like this all the time, and it's honestly a little easier for me. If you would do it differently, I totally understand. All right, our last Poshmark sale. We have, I talked about this last week too. When I used to shop on Whatnot several years ago when it was new, I bought a ton of bikini bottoms for like a few dollars each. This one is ModCloth. It's new without the tags. I believe it still has the hygienic liner. Had it a long time, obviously. It was a really cute, you can kind of see it on the screen too, but like daisy pattern. I don't know. I've been dropping the price. I think I had these listed pretty high for a while. And someone offered me, or no, someone just bought it outright actually for $13. So happy with that. I hope she loves it. It's really cute and retro, high-waisted. Sorry, it's getting dark in here. It just started pouring down rain again, and I have these lights off to help with the like glare. Now I think the train's coming. No, maybe that's just a truck. Yeah, it's just a truck. Okay, we live like the train tracks are in our driveway, so hard to ignore that. And this is going to Atlanta, Georgia. So now we're going to pop over to eBay. And this little mailer is from Amazon. These are out of season right now, obviously, but I love these. Like, I think these are the 6x9. My favorite for small stuff like that. All right, we have some eBay sales. As I said, this I went ahead and packaged up. I know I got some feedback that people don't always love the tape ripping, so tried to avoid that this week. And these, I already taped this up, so I'll just put the picture on the screen. These are a pair of Blundstone boots, and I got these at that, if you watched the video, or if you didn't, I went to a consignment sale and I sold there, but as a seller, I got the perk that everything that was going to get donated that people didn't want, you could purchase for $2 each. And somehow these Blundstone boots were still there. Now, these were like a canvas slip-on boot. They were not in amazing condition, but I'm not going to leave Blundstone for $2. And these sold, I just got them listed. I had to wash them, and they sold really fast. After that, I think they sold for, I should have told you all that. It was around $30 plus shipping. So not huge money, but for a $2 investment, super happy with that. And these are going to Osage Beach, Missouri, which Missouri doesn't even have beaches, but okay. But happy to see those go because they were really big. They were men's 13. All right, next. This just sold this morning. This is a New Day by Target. This is a green wrap dress in a women's large. And this definitely came in a thread up 200 pounds. And I'm actually shocked it took so long to sell. I had so much interest on this dress. Like, so many likes, and I don't know, I was kind of surprised it didn't sell quicker, and I only had it listed for 15. But when someone offered me 9 this morning, I do have a sale running on eBay, so it was down to like 12-ish. When someone offered me 9, I definitely was happy to accept that. Sorry, I was just making sure I was clicking the right thing. And I think this has been listed maybe 6 to 9 months. And I will say a spoiler, yesterday for Memorial Day, ThredUp had 30% off, and I ordered it 200 pounds. So as soon as those get here, we'll be doing some unboxings. I asked on the poll if you guys like ThredUp unboxing still, and it was an overwhelming yes. Not everyone said yes, but if you don't like it, I understand. I just think they're so much fun, and I'm working through my inventory really well. I'm going to spend this week cleaning up my office, so I'm really excited. This is going to Milton, North Dakota. All right, we have quite a few more sales, so I would need to quit jabbing and get this done. All right, next we have some Adidas golf shorts. I grabbed these at a church sale. Everything was $2. I hoped these would do better, but these have been listed more than a year now. And someone offered me 10 bucks, and I took it. Yeah, it's really coming down out there. My husband, I keep saying if y'all are new here, I got a lot of subscribers recently. My channel just got some growth. So if you didn't know this, my husband works in lawn care, and I'm just hoping he's not out there getting soaked today, but it's very possible he'll be home soon because it's pouring down rain. And this is going to Hutchinson, Kansas. All right, next we have, let's see what's on top. This Charter Club tank top. This sold for $8.26, but the person also used my coupon. So if you didn't know, you can make a coupon on eBay for as low as 5% off. This person used that, so this did not sell for much at all, like $7. My coupon is 13%. I just make random amounts. And it does get used quite often, so I always suggest maybe trying that out. This had been listed a little while. This came in my ThredUp 200 pounds from October. And I think I listed this fairly quickly after I got it. But, I mean, it was a large petite, so kind of a particular size. Or specific size, I should say. This one is going to Valparaiso, Indiana. Man, I get all the hard names like that I butcher, I'm sure. Next, we have, this sold pretty fast. This is actually from that same church sale. Where'd it go? That I talked about as the Adidas shorts, but this was down in my death pile. Took forever, apparently, for me to get it listed because I just listed it like a month ago. It's an Athleta swim skirt, and it wasn't in the best condition once I got it home, or once I even looked at it the other day. It had, hopefully I've not done that to my clothes. It had some like light peeling on the backside where someone probably sat on the edge of a pool or something. But it sold for $10.33. So that's fine. I paid $2 for it. I believe I'm well into the green on that yard sale, so there's still stuff hanging around that is finally selling off, and I'm going to try to get through my death pile this week as far as getting it organized. So this one's going to San Francisco, California. I need to make room before all the other stuff comes. All right. A few weeks ago, I sold a pair of 511 pants that my dad had given me. Well, he gave me 2 pair. I took a little longer to get this pair listed for some reason. They just got buried under some stuff. So as soon as I got them listed, within a couple days, someone offered me $27. So I accepted that. 511, if you're a binge shopper or garage sales for cheap, would recommend maybe looking into the tactical pants if you're a bread and butter seller, because these sell really fast. And for 25 plus, the other pair sold around 30, I think. So I'm happy with that. People like their tactical stuff. This one is going to Nottingham, Maryland. And these mailers, because Shipping Hip doesn't really offer what I consider masculine mailers, I don't really, it's dumb, but I don't like shipping men's items in my pretty mailers because I don't think they'll appreciate them, for one thing. But anyway, I got these off of Amazon. I think they're package mint. All right, next we have some Torrid pants. These I took to the consignment sale that I sold at. They did not sell. I brought them back. They had come from a friend who thrifts sometimes and at the bins and will send me inventory. These are fine to list. I just didn't want to at first, so I tried them at the consignment. No luck. Brought them back, listed them. They sold fairly quickly, obviously. Someone sent me an offer for $12, and I mentioned this last week that Torrid just doesn't sell for me like it used to. So when I got that offer, definitely accepted it. And because my friend doesn't charge me too much, she would charge me the bins price doubled, and then I pay shipping, like per pound, you know, double her cost, and then I pay for shipping. So anyway, I had $1.94 into these. So selling for $12, I'm happy with it. We've got 5 more items, but 4 more sales because I actually made an eBay bundle sale. Next, we have this Latched Mama t-shirt. I've talked about this brand before. If you find it at the bins, probably worth looking into. It is for nursing, breastfeeding. This was actually my shirt, though. I'm giving a lot of it to my sister-in-law who's expecting, but this shirt had a little more wear than I thought she might want, so still perfectly fine. Their stuff is really soft, so it pills kind of easy. But this sold for $10. And I had this through 2 babies, so happy to give it a new home. Hopefully this person can have some good use out of it. Nursing, pregnancy, all that is super expensive retail. All right, and this is going to Lakewood, Colorado. Next, we have the bundle. So the person, I will send her a shipping refund. But this is a Madewell raglan shirt. It's like, I think it's 100% linen, or it's at least a linen blend. And she bundled it with this Project J linen blend ombre shirt. And the total, let's see, she paid around $16 for the Madewell shirt and around $20 for the other shirt, but then she used my coupon. So she got 13% off of that. And then she paid close to $10 shipping, which this will definitely not cost. So I'll send her a little bit of a refund back for that. I just didn't want to do it until I paid for the label. So it's going to cost me $5.31 to ship. So I'll send her $4 back because she paid $9.98. I want to cover my fees, so I'll still send her $4 back for shipping. All right, we have 2 eBay sales left. This is going to Kansas City, Missouri. Next, this is kind of fun. It is an Adidas hat, and it has like the crisscross back for your ponytail. It's a golf hat. This did sell for $8, and it came from Boutique by the Box in their golf men's, women's accessories thing. I have gotten the comment before about shipping hats and boxes. This one has like no structure to it, so I'm not really worried about that. If I feel like a hat could get damaged, I definitely would ship it in a box. This is going to Laredo, Texas. Hopefully she enjoys this. I almost kept this hat because I loved the crisscross in the back, but I guess for $8 I maybe should have kept it. But when I do wear hats often, but I don't know if I would have liked this stuff. And since it was new, I decided to just sell it. All right, our last order is also from my Boutique by the Box shoes thing. And these, well, you'll see them on the screen, but they are slippers. The brand is called Deer Stags. I'm pretty sure I've seen these, I don't know, at one of the stores my husband likes to go into. Maybe Bass Pro or Roll King. I can't remember. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Tractor Supply. I don't know. We go to all those stores, and I've definitely seen these somewhere. These are a women's 7 wide, though. And someone offered me $17, and they paid shipping, of course. So I forgot to weigh these, so give me just a second. If you all have a scale you really like, let me know down below. I have the Accutech like that everyone used to recommend, and I absolutely hate it. Like, hate it so much. It doesn't give me the right readings. Like, I weigh the thing 10 times and I get a different thing every time, so I just try to estimate up a little bit. And this one is going to York, Pennsylvania. That is our sales for the weekend. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have not yet, I would really appreciate you subscribing. We're almost like, I gained 100 subscribers last week, which is a lot for me, and we're getting close to 1,400. I would love to get to 1,500, obviously, but anyway, if you could subscribe if you haven't yet, if you want to stick around for the thread-up unboxings, more what solds, all those things. Also, if you wouldn't mind liking or commenting, you can definitely leave an emoji down below. I love doing, like, if you made it to the end of the video, leave me an emoji. I'm trying to think of what I want to do this week. Let's do a clothing accessory. Or a clothing piece, your favorite category to sell. I know there's little emojis for like dresses, jeans, shoes. So just leave me a comment if you're a seller with an emoji of what you love to sell. And I'll see you on the next one.